Welcome to the first of my Grim Dawn videos. So in this video I'm showing an overpowered Shaman build and how to start and the first 10 levels. So in Grim Dawn you gain attribute points every time you level. Physique, Cunning and Spirit. We won't be using Spirit at all, obviously the skills will, but we don't need to put any additional points into it. We'll get what we get and it will sustain the build. Most of the first 10 we'll put into Physique and we'll be putting a lot into Cunning later. Also when you level in Grim Dawn you get 3 skill points. Now we'll be going for Primal Strike, which is at level 5, which we'll be spending our skill points in progression to get to level 5 skill. Initially Primal Strike has a 3-second cooldown, but with progression to level 10 you'll get Thunderous Strike, and this will deplete the cooldown by 100%, enabling you to use the skill all the time. This will be our main attack. So as you can see, I put 2 pips into Primal Strike. This is to give you a bit of killing power at the beginning for champions and mini bosses alike. The rest we'll use on progression in order to get down the skill tree. As Primal Strike states in its description, it's for two-handed weapons only, but this is fine because two-handed weapons give more damage, so more DPS overall. So while Primal Strike can hit 2, 3, maybe even sometimes 4 enemies in one hit, where this build really comes into its own is at 15 skill progression points, where you'll gain the rune of Torrent. This will string out lightning from the strike, the initial hit, and string to enemies are close by. This can hit at first 3 enemies, but after a while you'll be able to hit 7 or 8 in one hit. So tactic wise, you would hit the guy with the most health and kill all the mobs around them. So by level 7 you already have all the skills you'll need. I recommend pumping as many points as you can into Primal Strike and Torrent from this point onwards. In this video, also showing you the first 2 devotion points that you can get, which you can add more elemental damage to your attacks. In this case I'll be going for Tsunami, as it gives you more lightning damage, which means more DPS. At level 10 you get to choose the second class's skills. You could go Arcanist here and go for stacking more elemental damage using the passive buff Iskander's Elemental Exchange, which would augment your already powerful elementals. Or you could go for the Soldier. With a few more points invested, You could go for Field Command, which will boost your offensive and defensive abilities, and Warcry for a debuff on enemies. So this was the best two-handed weapon I'd found up until this point, but it just proves how strong Primal Strike is. So this is a follow-up video where at level 31 the build is massively powerful and hitting many targets, not just the one I'm attacking, making its AoE very effective.
My inventory
I can't carry anymore.
Can't carry anymore.
My inventory is full.
I'll do follow-up videos to this build and show the progression of it. Thanks for watching.